Every year at the two sessions, female legislators and political advisors actively take part in the discussion of national affairs along with their male counterparts. Many of them work at the grassroots level and come to the two sessions with their own motions and proposals based on years of grassroots work. Today, we'll get to know one of them, Huang Liping, who's a member of this year's National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference.
As a
CPPCC member, I consider it my primary duty to carry out comprehensive research on what the local villagers want and need.
We've made some money. Now we too have a savings account at the bank.
We live in the countryside. Our land is our resource. To vitalize the rural area, we need to first revitalize agriculture.
Five-Star Village, or in Chinese, Wuxing Village, in Lingshui Li Autonomous County, lies in the southern part of China's tropical island province, Hainan. Even in February, visitors to the village still find themselves surrounded by lush green mango groves lining the roads and all kinds of vegetables and other off-season melons growing vigorously in the fields. Underneath the scorching sun, Huang Liping, Deputy Mayor of Wenluo Town Government of Lingshui Li Autonomous County, and her colleagues shuttle through the mango groves on a February day, carefully observing the growth of fruit trees and exchanging ideas with farmers about the problems encountered in the planting process.
You see this leaf? It's got these sesame-sized small things. They look like pests, don't they?
Just one of Huang's many field trips to Five-Star Village before she set out on her journey to Beijing to fulfill her duty as a member of the CPPCC, Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. In addition to learning about plant conditions, she was also busy doing field interviews with local farmers, learning about their opinions regarding issues related to them and rural work before tabling her proposals at the CPPCC sessions in Beijing. Huang Liping has experience in participating in discussions on national policies and important local affairs, having served as a deputy to both the 20th CPC National Congress and the 19th CPC National Congress. Now, as a new member of the CPPCC, Huang Liping feels it is her duty to present her ideas in the development of the work related to agriculture, rural areas and farmers with detailed data and vivid examples, as well as putting forward highly practical suggestions to benefit villagers.
As a CPPCC member, I consider it my primary duty to carry out comprehensive research on what the local villagers want and need. Without thorough research and careful study, no one should put forward ideas just randomly on serious matters. For me, this means going down to the villages, paying family visits to farmers, talking to them, listening to what people say, learning what they want, and bringing their voices to the conferences in Beijing.
Like many other members of the CPPCC, Huang Liping has for many years been working at the grassroots level in rural Hainan. First as village leader at Five-Star Village, later as the deputy mayor of Wenluo Town. Five-Star Village, where she is still closely involved, is inhabited by the Li ethnicity. It was once a deeply impoverished village. At the end of 2016, Huang was elected head of Five-Star Village, the first female in the history of Wenluo Town ever to take the job. In those days, the village had 153 households struggling with poverty and needing help. From the day she took office, Huang Liping's biggest challenge has been how to lead her fellow villagers out of poverty. It didn't take Huang Liping too long before she drew up a development strategy for the village. She decided that she would make good use of what the village has in abundance, the soil. She helped set up the village's first collective economic cooperative with a clear objective to help find more channels for villagers to increase their income.
In the past, we followed a very traditional planting method. Perhaps a few had considered that we could combine long-term crop planting and short-term crop planting here. Also, if we wanted to help poverty-stricken households out of poverty and become well-off, we needed an industrial chain.
With this in mind, Huang encouraged the villagers to develop mango planting as one way to broaden the channels for villagers to increase their income. But what else could the locals do? While Huang Liping was scratching her head over this, the summer's scorching sun somehow pointed out the direction for her.
The hot sun is our resource. What we needed to do was simply to bring the chili peppers out into the sun and wait for them to dry up. Then the chili peppers would gain added value. What we could only sell for 2 yuan when fresh could then be sold at 4.5 times the original price when dried.
Today, chili pepper planting has become a new industry for the village, and after cooperation deals signed with hot pot enterprises, a sales channel for chili peppers has opened up, and the market prospects for it are hot. At the same time, Huang Liping encouraged villagers to go out to work and set up jobs in the village to provide a stable source of income for those who'd been lifted out of poverty. According to Huang Liping, the per capita annual income of villagers has increased from less than 4,000 yuan before poverty alleviation to more than 18,000 yuan in 2022. All impoverished households in Five-Star Village were lifted out of poverty by the end of 2019.
At that time, I truly felt very proud that after these many years of working at the grassroots level, I was able to help the villagers out of poverty and we could get rich together.
Dong Yadan's household was one of the households in Five-Star Village that was lifted out of poverty during this time.
We've made some money. Now we too have a savings account at the bank.
In 2021, Huang Liping was promoted to be the deputy mayor of Wunluo town in Lingshui. She set a new goal to make Wunluo town's green resources into a golden brand for the town, with emphasis on ecology, agricultural upgrade, and let the people of the town enjoy a relatively prosperous life. But how to help the farmers get rich? Huang Liping believes she had to build an effective connection between rural production and the market. She would see to it that the fresh green vegetables and fruit the farmers produced wouldn't go to waste in the soil. She did find the market for the farmers' fresh produce in a nearby city, Sansha. She and her colleagues went to Sansha City and presented a roadshow about Wunluo's agricultural products. Sansha's municipality, in her own words, gifted her with a generous package.
Sansha's municipal authorities are helping us pair up with local entities that need our vegetables, which means our produce will go directly to the customers in Sansha. Only yesterday we sent a batch of vegetables over there. Next, we want to see if we could have our tropical fruits, such as mangoes and apple fruits, follow the same steps to the Sansha market. If that happens, our farmers will no longer need to worry about where to sell their fruits.
In the meantime, Lingshui also invested millions to improve the infrastructure of Five-Star Village, surfacing village roads, renovating dilapidated houses, and treating sewage. Now many new buildings have been erected in the village. It has taken on a new look.
When we set out to build the road, some locals weren't so enthusiastic about it. We had to pay home visits to these locals to explain to them one by one why we needed to build this road and how it would benefit everyone in the village. Eventually, everybody understood the road's benefits, and now the road is here. Every time I walk along this road, I get particularly emotional, seeing how great the changes have been in this place over the past few years.
Today, if you go to Five-Star Village, you'll see 2- or 3-storied houses neatly tucked away alongside clean roads. It's a serene picture of a beautiful countryside, and that has become a big draw to tourists from all over the country. Soon, the village's homestay businesses also flourished. The villagers have created a sustainable source of income, and Five-Star Village has become a well-known, wealthy village and a star village in Lingshui. Counting the great changes in the village, Huang Liping's joy is overflowing. Adding to her latest pride list are the new village basketball court, which has been only recently put into use, a new office building for the village committee, which will soon be ready to welcome in its tenants, and particularly the lives of the villagers are getting visibly more and more comfortable. But Huang Liping is far from complacent. She and her colleagues are exploring even more new ways to revitalize the countryside.
To vitalize the rural area, we need to first revitalize agriculture. Next, we will try to make our agricultural products more refined, with additional care given to the details.
After so many visits to villages and trips to farms, Huang Liping and her colleagues have pinpointed future development strategies for Five-Star Village.
We live in the countryside. Our land is our resource. As a next step, we will combine agriculture and rural tourism. That way, the land and the rural population will be able to integrate well into the development of the society. For example, we can develop rural tours and homestay businesses as one of our future development directions.
Five-Star Village has superior natural conditions. There is already a pastoral parent-child vacation homestay in the village. The flow of customers during the spring festival period is often very large. Plus, the villagers have a strong willingness to develop the homestay industry. So, Huang and her team are planning for the future of its homestay business, while introducing a professional team for the village's homestay construction, making use of the idle farmhouses and village collective buildings. Huang Liping has been rooted in rural areas for more than 20 years. Five-Star Village has since taken on a new look. Here's how she regards her rural work.
I
think we should well implement work related to agriculture, rural areas and farmers. Let farmers play an active role in the process and enjoy the real benefits from the policy.
She has also decided what she is going to propose at the CPPCC sessions. She wants to share with her fellow political advisers her ideas on how to revitalize the countryside during the CPPCC conference. She's going to bring Wen Luo's experience to the CPPCC conference. For example, how to upgrade rural infrastructure, improve the rural living environment, and build brands for local agricultural products. All these things will work to make the countryside picturesque, harmonious, and suitable for retaining talent for the long term. With that, we come to the end of this edition of Footprints. I'm Bob Jones. Thanks for listening. If you're interested in hearing more about the lives of ordinary people in China, follow us on Apple Podcasts or any of your favorite podcast platforms. Just key in Footprints and you can find more stories anytime, anywhere. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.